Hello, welcome to the office. I'm Paul Sobin, and we are about to take an office break. Many of us spend most of our day sitting in our chair. So let's use this time to make friends with our chair, as we'll do a few stretches and postures to help release the whole body and prepare to go back to sitting again. But we'll start by coming to standing, just doing a crescent side stretch. It can be right in front of your chair. Grab a hold of your left wrist, pull up on the wrist, lean over to the right. Root your tailbone down and look under your left arm. And as you look under your arm, draw your shoulders back. So you're working your shoulder blades on your back, and that'll be a theme through this whole short office break stretch practice. Good. Inhale and rise. And we'll switch. Grab a hold of your right wrist, leaning over to the left. Breathe through your nose. Just let go of all the activities, all the things you've been doing in your chair. Shoulders draw back, tailbone roots down, gaze is under the right arm. And inhale, bring it up. Cactus arms, arms out to the side, forming a cactus shape. Little back bend here, great release after sitting in a forward fold all day. Lift your side body from your waistline to your armpits. Draw your shoulders back, take the top of your ears back, take your hands back. Keep your elbows exactly where they are. There's a back bend here in the upper back. Tailbone down. Push up through the heart. And inhale and come up. Let's turn to face your chair now, please. You can take a wide stance and you'll step a couple of feet away from the chair. Now for these hamstring stretches, if your hamstrings are really tight, you may need to bend your knees slightly. Otherwise, you're hinging from the hips with straight legs and walking your hands onto your chair, onto the seat of your chair. And as you fold more deeply here, you can even walk your hands more towards the back of the chair. Again, bend your knees if your hamstrings are tighter. And if that's the case, lift your tailbone towards the sky. Now, as you fold deeply here, press your hands into your chair, lift your shoulders up. Remember, that's the theme of the class. Head of the arm bones draw back. We're breathing through the nose. It's welcoming in deep breaths, releasing tension and stress from the work, from the tasks that you've been performing. Couple more breaths here. Tailbone lifting, shoulders lifting, heart melting towards the floor. Inhale and rise up. You can walk your hands back, walk your feet in. Parsvottanasana, our pyramid pose at the chair. So we'll step back again about 8 to 12 inches. My right foot is forward. Back foot is back another 2.5, 3 feet. Hands to your hips. Square your hips off towards your chair. Lift your side body and fold, bringing your hands once again to the seat of the chair. Press especially through the big toe mound of your right foot. If it's too much stretch, you'll bend your knee slightly. And start to fold deeply here. So you're bringing your torso towards your front leg. Hands press the chair, shoulders lift towards the sky. Draw your left hip forward and your right hip back. Relax all the muscles of your face. Just continue to welcome in the breath, gratitude, grateful for this opportunity to stretch, to release, to open. Inhaling, we'll rise up. Walk the hands back. Now, we're still in position here, in pyramid position. Keep your left hand on the chair. It's towards the left side of the seat. Twisting here, it's a revolved triangle variation. Turn to the right, stretching your right arm to the sky. Draw your right shoulder back. If it's too much pressure on the shoulder or your shoulders are really tight, just go right hand to your hip as you look over your shoulder. Couple more deep breaths here. With your exhale, you can release, bring your right hand to the chair. Just step your left foot forward alongside the right, and then step your right foot back to a short stance. Pyramid to begin with. Right hip draws forward, left hip back. As you fold more deeply, you'll walk your hands back on the chair. And if you're tighter here, you just don't walk your hands so far back. Once again, you can always bend the left knee. Press through the big toe mound of your left foot, like you're stepping on a gas pedal, or I guess in this case it would be more the clutch. This pose is pretty clutch too. Such a great release from sitting, working at a computer, taking phone calls. Right hip draws forward, left hip draws back. Then inhale and rise, walk your hands back. Right hand stays on the chair, left hand either to the hip or left arm reaches for the sky as you look over your left shoulder. So the left hip tacks back, right hip draws forward. Try to turn. The twist comes from deep in the belly. So you're turning from your belly. And with your exhale, release, step forward, and rise up. Let's use the back of the chair now for a puppy dog stretch. So the elbows now come to the back of the chair. Hands come in prayer position, fingers pointing towards the sky. And then you work your head just behind the back of the chair. And as you press your elbows into the back of the chair, lift your shoulders towards the sky, but melt your chest towards the floor. Press your hands firmly together. Couple of deep breaths here. This movement, arm bones back, is an important release, right? Because we spend so much time when we're seated at a computer with the arm bones moving forward. So drawing your shoulders back is a healthy, optimal position. Helps to strengthen the muscles in the upper back to keep your shoulder blades on your back. Inhale and rise up. And turn the chair around. Another hamstring stretch, twist, and office break will be over. So now, keep your left foot on the floor, take your right foot to the seat of the chair. For this one, you may need to bend your right knee if your hamstring is tighter. Otherwise, hands come to the chair, folding forward, and the more you walk the hands towards the back of the chair, the more challenging the stretch. Spin your belly over your thigh as you fold. If you need less, you walk your hands in and you bend your knee. One way to amplify and activate in this posture is to press your right heel into the chair and without moving it, try to drag it back. It's an isometric action, which will engage your muscles as you stretch them. And inhale and rise up. Well, I'm feeling a nice release after a long day at the office. I will tell you that. I am warmed up. All right, second side. So left foot, the right foot points straight ahead as well. If you need to turn it out slightly, that's okay for balance purposes. Otherwise, points straight ahead. And you can walk your hands, folding over your left leg, bending your knee, maybe backing off. The hamstring is tighter. Draw the outer edge of your left foot back. The foot tends to sickle, so you want to pull the outer foot back. And inhale and rise up. Pull your foot off your chair, and we'll close it out with a seated chair twist. So have a seat, please, and you're turned towards the side, so your hands can hold the back of the chair. Lift through your side body, draw your shoulders back. So my right side is towards the back of the chair. So I'm pulling with my left hand and pushing with my right to help twist, to help increase and intensify the twist. Resist from your right hip through your right knee. You're resisting outwards. Two more breaths. With your next inhalation, slowly release, and we'll switch sides. So turn, face the other direction. Right hand will pull into the back of the chair. Left hand will push, lift through your side body as you twist. Look over your left shoulder, and remember to resist from your left hip through your left knee. Draw both shoulders back. Next inhale, slowly release. Alrighty. Well, that should have your day set. Now you can get back to work, and thank you for joining me. All right. Hope you feel good.